Good day. Nick from Vulcan Gun Refinishing here. We got another project in the shop today. Something new, something different. I do so many Garands and 45s. I haven't done one of these in quite a few years. This is a model of 1917, US. Some guys call this the American Enfield, or a 1917 Enfield, or a P-17, but it's technically known as a model of 1917. And let's just have a look at the nomenclature there. See it. This model of 1917. This particular one is made by Eddystone, and we can see the serial number 640253. This one's in for just a re-blue, well, general reconditioning, refinishing. I'm going to re-blue it and going to repair the wood. We're going to do the wood on this one, so it's kind of interesting to be able to see the wood, how I deal with wood. Anyway, you can see it's got tons of little marks and dings and gouges and odds and ends in it, but it's not really that bad. It's a little worse than it looks. It's really not that bad. I've got a unique way of cleaning them and getting a lot of the dings out. Something you'll notice right off the bat on this one is it's got a red band painted on both the main stock and the handguard. What that usually indicates is British Commonwealth, usually on either their drill rifles or their or any other rifles that they need special attention. And this one, obviously, being that it's a U.S. model of 1917, it shoots 30-06. But if we look right here, take it in nice and slow, you're going to see the Canadian military. It's a broad arrow inside of a C. British would simply be the broad arrow, but Canadian is the C surrounding the broad arrow. So it's seen service in the Canadian military at some time. It's also got another C around broad arrow right there. Now it also retains original manufacturer's stamps right there. There's one. There's another one back here right there. It's a little hard to see, but it's there. I don't really see any other markings. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a serial number right there. Once again, 640253. The only other marking I see is up at the front, where I believe that's going to mean, just a minute here, let me get a good look at it. That's going to mean Winchester, I believe. Let me turn this so we can get some light on it. Winchester, and it looks like, can't quite read that number. Looks like 90, yeah. Winchester 92. So it's a Winchester made stock, even though it's an Eddystone rifle, but that's certainly nothing unusual. Now the red band they painted on, like I say earlier, either to show that the rifle was inoperative, was a drill rifle, or in this particular case, that it shot a different ammunition than what everybody was used to. Obviously, any British Commonwealth weapon is going to shoot pretty much 303, whereas this one's 30-06. So, and you can even see, let me turn this over a little bit, you can even see where someone has written 30-06. So everybody be advised that was a 30-06, so they don't accidentally put some 303 in there. So this one's been parkerized, like I say, probably by the Canadian military. Parkerizing it is in pretty good shape on it. Overall, the rifle is in nice shape. It's got a 1918 dated barrel. Where's those markings at? A 1918 dated barrel. If we can see that very well. It's a little difficult to see in that parkerizing, but there you go. There you go. You can see it now. 1918. Looks like 5 or maybe, yeah, I think 5 of 18. Anyway, it's in for a re-blue. I'm just going to give it the dull military blue like the Enfield's had. It's not going to be a high gloss blue by any means. Right off the bat, we notice it's missing its sling swivel. I have a screw. I put a screw in there. I had a spare screw, but I need to get a sling swivel for it. Front sight. You notice the front sight is bent. Especially that left ear is bent over a little bit. That's one of the issues that'll have to be repaired. Another bit of damage that I noticed was on the trigger guard. You can see the dent in the trigger guard right there. So pushed in. So I'll have to straighten. You can see there a little bit better. So I'll have to straighten that. The gun is just about totally free of any pitting. It's in really, really nice shape. It hasn't been abused by any means. The bolt isn't matching. Someone's serial numbered the bolt, and it's showing a completely different number. It's showing 297560. So I'm not sure what I'll do with that yet. I don't think the bolts were even numbered to these guns from original. But I'll be doing the wood from start to finish on this one. It'll be an interesting project for you to follow along on. I've got a way of getting most of these dings out, get all the old grease and oil out of there. So this is going to be a nice one to watch. I can make that stock look pretty nice by the time it's done. There's a few places where the fibers are all broken, where I won't be able to raise that, but minor dings and stuff I can raise, and we won't need much filler. There's one spot back on the butt here that might need a little piece of wood put in there. I might have to graft a piece of wood, a little piece in there, but overall it's not bad. Lots of little dings and dents, but that's fine. It's got all the right sling swivels, all the right screws. No parts have been Mickey Moused on this thing, other than maybe that bolt. That's the only thing that. The only other thing about the bolt too is that the wear on it is significantly greater than the rest of the gun. The rest of the gun still has pretty much, a full coat of parkerizing on it, but the bolt definitely doesn't. So I'm thinking that bolt's from a different gun. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get this torn down, and we'll have a better look at the interior and all the inside pieces, see what we're up against. But this should be an interesting one to follow along on. It really won't take very long to do this one. There's not much metal work to do. I don't believe I have to send this out for any other work like welding or engraving or annealing or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this torn down, and we'll look at the interior parts, and then I'm going to start on the wood. The wood will be the first thing that I'll start on, and we'll see if we can get that cleaned up. So right now she's looking good. This is just a preliminary, but I'll get it torn down and I'll get back to you.